This is Vipul Reviews, and if you are not still subscribed to the channel, press the subscribe button and press the bell icon for notification. Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot, which was like yesterday. Hi, this is Vipul Reviews, and the movie for today is V for Vendetta. Set in the year 2027, America is on the verge of destruction and there is a totalitarian government in England. This government is of North party headed by Supreme Leader Adam Sutler. His party is against Jews, Muslim, immigrant, atheists, homosexual and other people deemed as undesirables. These people are first imprisoned and then executed in the prison just like concentration camp, and there are curfew every night for no reason. One fine night during the curfew period, Evey, who works at BTN, British Television Network, is out on street to go to a boss's place for dinner. She is stopped by fingermen. See, Peter Creedy is the head of British intelligence and known as the Finger. So his men are known as fingermen. Don't let your imagination wander someone else. So these fingermen, who are corrupt and criminal themselves, arrest Evey and try to take advantage of her. During this dire time of need, a man in the Guy Fawkes mask who introduces himself as V helps her. Evey and V go to a nearby building's terrace. Minutes before its 5th of November, they both see Old Bailey blowing up. V is labeled as terrorist. The very next day, V goes to BTN where Evey works. BTN staff members are taken as hostages and they are forced to play a message. In this pre-recorded video, V is addressing the citizens of England. He tells them the next Guy Fawkes Day, that is the 5th of November the next year, he's gonna blow up the parliament to take a stand against this totalitarian government. The government helmed by the Supreme Leader Adam Sutler have 5 prominent people in them. Peter Creedy, head of the North Party and British Secret Police and also known as the Finger. Eric Finch, head of Scotland Yard and also known as the Nose. Brian Etheridge, head of the Audio Surveillance, the Ear. Roger Dascombe, head of BTN, British Television Network, the Mouth. And Conrad Hare, head of Visual Surveillance, the Eye. Except for Eric Finch, all others' job is to protect government's interest in the eye of the citizen even if they have to lie. Eric Finch, or the Nose, is the point of view of the audience in the movie. If the director wants to tell something to the audience, first Finch is shown investigating that. Then he finds out the secret and in turn as an audience we know that. And for just this reason, Eric Finch, being part of the government and also being head of the Scotland Yard, doesn't know a thing about the misdoing of any leader. Was he not living in the same country before the period of this movie? And Eric Finch is the only guy who doesn't share the same beliefs or sentiments as the government, which is easily visible from the first scene. There are cliché characters in the movie, like the character of the Mouth, who works in a news agency, who always spread lies to the citizen of the country. He even says,
"Why not? This is the BTN. Our job is to report the news, not fabricate it. That's the government's job."
Then there are people who are known as Mr. Eye and Mr. Mouth, who deprive the citizen of their privacy under the name of national security. And there is one of the most over-the-top character known as Louis Portero, who is also known as Voice of London. I don't know, he reminds me of someone, I can't put my finger on it. Like a reputed TV personality shouting on top of his lungs, having pseudo-values and pseudo-patriotism, biased to a cause. This character being cartoonish are like threat to a sane society. Based on the graphic novel by the same name written by Alan Moore and illustrated by David Lloyd. Just like all good things are misunderstood, this movie at the time of the release was heavily criticized for being anti-national and provoking terrorism. The blame can also be shared by the marketing guy, as this movie was marketed as the next big thing from the makers of Matrix, which is pretty misleading. V as a character is flawed and is a monster, and he is self-aware of that. He also believes after a certain time he must die and he should take everything that is wrong with the country, which is also the people who made him this monster. Evey has the most drastic story arc in the movie. Evey in the first scene and Evey in the last scene are two different people. V and Evey also share a beautiful and a mature relationship. Yeah, there is love, but they never stray from their path. A special shout out to the director James McTeigue and the music by Dario Marianelli. The Wachowski as the writer had drew the inspiration of many facets of life, like old history book. You can clearly see the direct comparison between the Nazi regime of Germany and Nosfire regime from the movie. In the end, where there is a standoff between V and Creedy, there is a scene which is a nod to a scene from Fistful of Dollars. To summarize, I would like to say is V in his message blames the government for the state of the situation. He also says if you want to find out the person responsible, you just need a mirror. And with that thought, I would like to give this movie 4 star out of 5 star. So please comment below, like, share, and do subscribe.